Hello, my soccer universe, and welcome to the review of the match day 3 of the AFCON. And if you like upsets, that was the round for you. I mean, we had a few upsets, slight upsets before, but that one took it actually to a whole other level. Two giants of the African game are already out, and at least Algeria was completely unexpected ahead of the tournament. But before we get into it, I mean, the thoughts of Africa keep me warm. If I look outside, the window completely frozen. So yeah, thankfully I can talk about Africa and feel a little bit cozy and warmer there. And again, Cameroon is more or less on the equator, so they have very pleasant temperatures, but also high humidity, which I think plays a factor in what we are seeing at the AFCON. And again, it's the North African teams that are largely struggling. If you're south of the Sahara, you're most likely doing quite well because I think you're used more to these conditions. We have quite a few things to talk about, so let's get right through it. It started actually on Monday. It was a little bit of a slow burner, and I didn't like that the two games kicked off at 5 o'clock already, which so I didn't see much. Both games ended in a 1-1. Burkina Faso took a lead. Ethiopia came back with a penalty, and Cameroon against Cape Verde. Yes, also Cameroon. This time playing in the yellow jerseys, which are the same, same design as the home jerseys. And I'm thinking, yeah, probably I need to do a part 7 of the AFCON jersey review with the lies that I made, and talk about the real jerseys. Think that's gonna come relatively soon, because I think I wanna set the record straight there. So they took the lead, but Cape Verde came back and actually at a point were really threatening to win it, which actually would have knocked Cameroon off the top spot. Cameroon, though, looking overall impressive. I gotta say I'm not so impressed by their play overall, and I think they may have troubled if we go deeper into the tournament, although maybe the crowds can carry them as well. The Group B final, honestly, I saw Malawi against Senegal. Against Senegal, the best thing I can say of them is defensively they look stout and they look good there. However, this is Malawi. And Malawi at the end went for the jugular and tried to get the win, which would probably put Senegal in some trouble. But they hang on and actually the draw is enough to actually push Malawi to the next round. Another team that has jerseys that I didn't foresee. Same as for Guinea, who actually managed to lose to Zimbabwe. So Zimbabwe, rather disappointing so far, but here they got it going. Had a 2-0 halftime lead. Keita pulls one back, which actually secured the second place for Guinea. So that was maybe not so exciting, but the final for Group C delivered on all accounts, I gotta say. I watched Gabon against Morocco and was always informed about the result in the other game, which were even more unbelievable. But let's talk about Gabon-Morocco. Both teams were more or less secured of qualification ahead of it. So it was more or less a free-for-all, who will go first and who will go second. And it was an exciting game, going back and forth. Morocco controlling a little bit the early stage, but Alevina scores the go-ahead goal from, I think it was a goal kick that Moroccan defender completely misjudged, trips, and then Alevina can go free on goal. And it's 1-0 to Gabon, who then actually had a few good chances to make it 2-0 at the half, which would not have been undeserved. However, Morocco came back and were quite threatening in many ways. They got a penalty that Boufal pulled away. However, then a few minutes later, Gabon take the lead again. It is now classed as an Aguerd own goal, but it was a nicely played. I mean, again, defensively not so sound. And I think, is Gabon really winning that group? No. Hakimi free kick, rather special. I mean, from the right side, far out, he curls it into the top left corner from his view. maybe a good goalkeeper could have done that, but that was rather special. 2-2. Really, really fun game to watch. I totally enjoyed that one. Of course, if I was able to watch Ghana against Comoros, it would have been a completely different story. Comoros took already the 4th minute the lead. Andre Ayew gets sent off for, it looked tough when you look at it on replay, but the way he goes in, he was more or less decapitating the goalkeeper. So, advantage Comoros already there. Comoros take then actually also go 2-0 up in the second half through Mani, but almost immediately Boakie pulls one back for Ghana, who then actually get in 77th and equalize. And at that moment, I actually thought maybe Ghana needed a 2-goal win to actually secure qualification. They will now go for it. They did, and they got caught on the counter, and Mani scores in the 85th minute, the winner for Comoros. I cannot understate what an upset that was. We're talking here England-Iceland. Yes, Comoros has more people than Iceland, but infrastructure in Iceland is much better than it is on Comoros. Comoros is a country that is more or less known for its unrest and ever-changing coups and governments and whatever. So they play their first AFCON. They scored their first goals. They get their first win. And now they get a date with Cameroon to top that off. An humongous upset, an absolute embarrassment for Ghana to lose in that game. I think so far the performance of Ghana, I would not put in the embarrassment category. You can lose to Morocco. Against Gabon, you probably should have gotten the win. You didn't. Losing to Comoros is an absolute embarrassment of the highest degree for a proud African nation like Ghana, a 4-time winner of the AFCON to boot. So an unbelievable result. One, I do like Ghana, but seeing a small nation like Comoros go through, that was, it made me chuckle, to be honest. So it gave me some joy, honestly. So, and we have still Macron jerseys in the competition, which is never a bad thing. The final to Group D, I had it on the side screen. Egypt, again, a rather boring performance. 1-0 over Sudan. I would have loved to see Guinea-Bissau against Nigeria, but I understand Egypt to Sudan is kind of a derby, and Mohamed Salah takes the cake. Egypt was never really in danger. But in Sudan, another team where the jerseys that I presented to you are not the right ones. Nigeria have no trouble of disposing Guinea-Bissau 2-0. They are at this moment my favorite, which gets us to yesterday. And the Ivory Coast against Algeria, which was, at the start of the tour, everyone said Egypt against Nigeria. Which really Nigeria delivered, but now the way the tournament developed, Ivory Coast against Algeria, there was an absolute high-stakes game that was more or less a must-watch. And Algeria needed a win. And probably even a win by 2 goals to be absolutely on the sure side. But, they needed a win. And, again, the one thing that I don't get with Algeria, this is a team that actually played rather slow, and it looked not cohesive as a team. But the run of play also did not actually go in their favor, although the referee did a whole lot of things. I mean, the 2 elbows for Delhi, honestly, the first one was definitely the players hit here. Yes, it's in the face, but it was not an elbow. I would not have given a yellow card. Maybe for a second one where I didn't get that one, it was a little bit off. Refereeing also a little bit shaky in that one. But, I always thought that the referee is going a little bit more Algeria's way. And then Algeria had the first big chance when a corner kick was taken by Benacer and just hit the outside of the post. And right from that, it wasn't an attack from the Ivory Coast where Pepe can run down the flank. Algeria outnumbers the Ivory Coast players in the box. However, it is Kessié who gets his foot on it. Was not an easy ball to take, and he scores into the corner. So both Milan players, Benacer misses on one side, Kessié scores on the other. Fortunately, none of them are injured. And then again, Algeria tried to actually get an equalizer and maybe lift themselves out of the hole that they were down themselves. But Serge Aurier then sees Sangaré again. The defense is nowhere, and it's 2-0 for the Ivory Coast. And at that moment, everyone knew the writings on the wall. Algeria, the top favorite ahead of the tournament. Remember, if you watch my review, I always say a lot of how the tournament path will play out is where Algeria falls. Well, Algeria doesn't fall anywhere. So it's a mega upset. Algeria was on a 35-game unbeaten run. That was close to world record. They are out. They were out. Pepe adds a third one after Sebastian Aller assist again. Right, they are trying to go forward defensively. They're not on. It's 3-0. Now, it could have taken a rather interesting turn if Riyad Mahrez converts that penalty. But again, in typical Algerian fashion, very precise. It goes exactly at the post. Although I have to say, the referee, I mean, he wanted to say that the players need to stay in, but Mahrez is in the run-up. He needs to concentrate. You cannot have the referee pointing and making things harder. They pulled in a goal back through Bendebka. Taking a few changes were made. I think if the penalty goal goes in and you have it then at 2-3, there were the chances there. I think they hit another time the post, so the chances were there for Algeria to win it despite not having a great performance. Late on, Sebastian Aller then made it even 4-1, but it was an offside. I gotta say, the Ivory Coast look rather well, and this is a team that is eliminated from the World Cup qualifying already because they were in a group with Cameroon. So they have a lot to play for, and the Cameroonians are actually also, I see, they are really taking in the Ivory Coast as their second team there. Cannot say it more. For me, Ghana's performance in Comoros was an embarrassment. Algeria, without ever really playing bad. Yesterday, I felt that they were on one side unlucky, but defensively they were not good. But Algeria, with a little bit more luck, could have gotten points. But the top favorite is out of the tournament already. They put now all the eggs in the World Cup qualifying basket because they should qualify whoever they will draw. The draw is actually, as far as I know, tomorrow there. In the other game, Equatorial Guinea gets the win over Sierra Leone, and that meant that Comoros was qualified for the next round. Because if that was a draw, I think this would not have been enough for Comoros to qualify. And then in the evening, we had another upset to boot. So this is the way you count the fourth already. I mean, I count Zimbabwe against Guinea as a small upset, but Gambia against Tunisia. Yes, Tunisia missed a third penalty in consecutive games. It was a slow build, but then you really thought that Tunisia is taking it, but the goalkeeper saved it. It's the first time that I saw the Gambia play at a tournament. And boy, while their jerseys, another one that's not rather boring, the entire kit combination, red, blue, green, like the flag, boom, and then the green socks have even the white stripe. I mean, it would be nice if you could make it a full flag here. I have to say, a pretty outstanding kit over. Very unusual, but rather outstanding. And then in the second half, there was nothing really coming from Tunisia. And late on, the Gambia actually said, okay, well, if you cannot do anything, we are happy with the draw, but we might as well sting you a little bit. A nickname, of course, are the Scorpions. And then Yallo after Moussa Barrow assist. And now I remember, I know players from the Gambia making a 93rd amid 1-0. Mali on the other side had no trouble with Mauritania. So that concluded the group stage, and so we have the following final standings. Cameroon, Burkina Faso, and then Cape Verde in third place. Senegal, 1 goal scored in the 97th minute, a penalty, and 0. This is like Italy in the 1970 World Cup. Maybe we'll get more goals from Senegal. Let's see. But so far, Senegal to me, together with Algeria, the big disappointment of the tournament, but they're still in there. But yeah, and the team where the most goals scored since Zimbabwe is out. It doesn't seem quite fair, to be honest. In any other case, Senegal and Guinea do through Malawi, then Morocco, Gabon, and Comoros ahead of Ghana, Nigeria, Egypt, Sudan, and Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau out and Sudan with 1 point also out at that point. Then if Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea, Sierra Leone in third place, but only 2 points, is not getting through. Algeria only 1 point, at least had a goal scored late on, but very, very, very disappointing. And then Mali, Gambia, and Tunisia, all three were qualified ahead, but I have to say Tunisia, that is also a rather poor performance. Mauritania, not that I expected much, but I expected them at least to give a little bit more fight. And so if you see the third place teams, it's Cape Verde, Malawi, Tunisia, and Comoros going through, Sierra Leone and Sudan out. Setting up the following bracket. So we have upper quadrant, Burkina Faso, Gabon, Nigeria, Tunisia. Then we have Senegal, Cape Verde against Mali, Equatorial Guinea. So all those two have very clear favorites for semi-final, I would say. Guinea, Gambia, Cameroon, Comoros, I mean, cannot be sweeter for Cameroon in many ways. And then the loaded one, Ivory Coast, Egypt, that's the matchup of the round game, Morocco, Malawi is also in there. And now let's project that forward. And we see that we would have a Burkina Faso, Nigeria semifinal. Nigeria to Tunisia is an underrated match, I have to say. But the way Nigeria have been playing, I would actually favor Nigeria there. I think Senegal, Mali, although Senegal are definite favorites, Mali is kind of this underdog that probably could pull an upset. Guinea, Cameroon, honestly, I don't see Cameroon losing to Comoros. I mean, Hadda. But I also don't see them losing to Guinea. Frankly, Ivory Coast, the way they have been playing, they would be favored over Egypt. And then Morocco, I actually think if that Morocco against Ivory Coast's quarterfinal, that would be the most interesting one. By talent, Morocco is there, but I think I would go for the Ivory Coast the way things have been going. And then Nigeria, Senegal is projected. I probably can see that level, but I would not see Nigeria. I would see Nigeria as the winner. And on the other side, as I said, Cameroon against Morocco. Morocco is the highest rate team, but while of the North African teams, they have been performing the best overall. Yeah. I could very well see Cameroon against the Ivory Coast in that semifinal where Cameroon would go in. I actually think, for me at the moment, a Cameroon, Nigeria, Ivory Coast final is the one that I personally would favor based on the ratings that I have. It is still Senegal against Morocco, with Nigeria, Cameroon being in the third place matchup. As for the overall favorites given to the soft draw, Cameroon are of course favorites. I mean, they have a very clear route to the semi-final. Senegal, Morocco, and Nigeria are, as I said, behind, and the Ivory Coast is in the conversation. I think all the other teams I would not. I think those are my five favorites at the moment to win it all. I almost want to say I don't. Of the five, Morocco seems to be, to me, the least likely one, the way they have been playing. What shall I say? Senegal? But Senegal is defensively sound. So I have a feeling that Senegal can explode. Let's put it that way. When will the round of 16 be played? Well, here you have the lineup. As I said, on Sunday, Nigeria, Tunisia. Although Tunisia have not been good, this is an interesting one. I think Burkina Faso, Gabon is also not an uninteresting one. Both teams can do damage. On Monday, rather straightforward games. I really want to see if Senegal finally can do something against Cape Verde. Cape Verde is a dangerous team, but they're also a little bit more open. Maybe this can help Senegal. So the Tuesday matchups have clear favorites, and then it's all about Ivory Coast, Egypt. I think this is the big one to look forward to. And then it ends a teeny bit. I don't want to say a downer because I like Mali a lot. But Mali, Equatorial Guinea, I actually would switch the two to have Ivory Coast, Egypt a little bit later on Wednesday. That was it from me from the AFCON with my thoughts on what is going forward. I'm getting into this tournament. I think with all these upsets and there's many, the games are getting better. I think it will really hopefully ignite in the knockout phase now, because we have some really good teams in there. Let's look forward. I would like to know who is your favorite and how you thought, what you thought about the tournament so far. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hey there. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, here are some videos and playlists that you actually might enjoy too. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel and click the little bell icon so that you get notified whenever something happens in my soccer universe. And with that, have a wonderful day.